Welcome to the Bondi Scrapper channel. It's Monday morning and I've just had a lovely weekend, and part of that was I went out scrapping, dumpster diving in the local industrial area for 2 hours, and I'll put a map up of that right now. And yeah, I got a boot full of the, I filled the scooter up. So let's have a look, see what we got. Well, to start with, we've got some extruded aluminium, and there's a reasonable type of chunk there. And these ones here are actually draft excluders off a door. They're brand new, they haven't been used, and I'm actually very seriously considering fitting them to my door because the draft excluder on that does not work. I found a fan, so we'll get the cord off that and we'll get the electric motor out of it. Found another fan that I did have time to pull apart. This one was actually as I was driving over here to my storage cage workshop area, and so I just quickly stopped and grabbed it. Yeah, but we got another fan, and there's the motor off it, and of course the cord off it. A coffee machine. It's one of those ones where you put the coffee pod in it. Coffee pod, P-O-D, and I pulled one of these apart the other day, and they've actually got a nice solenoid inside them, and they've got some good irony aluminium and a few bits of stainless steel and a little bit of low-grade copper wire. So I find they're pretty good to pull apart. You've got to rag into them with a hammer because they all kind of click together. There's not too many screws, but you get there eventually. Another thing here, because I'm starting to really enjoy doing these household appliances, is this, I believe, is a milk frother and heater, and that's got some weight in it, so I'm not quite sure what it's made of, but there's a couple of screws there, and I'll pull that apart and see what's going on there. There's the base to it, and it's not going to have too much in it. This cord will go in, and there'll be a couple of little brass connectors there, and that'll be about the size of that one. Another little milk frother. You can see the little whirligigger in the bottom that foams, goes around and makes the milk go all foamy. The pot's made of aluminium, and again there'll be something inside of that that'll give us a bit of copper, a little bit of brass, maybe. Yeah, I think that'll be the size of it. Maybe a bit of stainless steel. This one here is an inline fan, which are a great thing, hooked up to the bathroom and constantly going. This one here, I think, it's a juicer. And again, I'll pull that apart. That'll be stainless steel. There'll be some other stainless steel. There'll be an electric motor in there. That'll be a good thing. Coming around here, this copper thing was just sitting in the dumpster. I think it's a moisture remover out of an air conditioning system. That's about as technical as I can get with it. These things here, this is a whole heap of attachment wire, and these are off heart start defibrillators, and I'll put the link in because I did a full pull apart of a heart start defibrillator pad ages ago, and let's just say, apart from this bit, there's not a lot in there, and even the wire, as you can see, has not got a real lot of good stuff in it, so it can just go in as attachment wire. So I got that. That's a set of scales. I've got to find a battery for it. It's a 9-volt battery, but I've got to find a battery for it and see if it works. And if not, it's certainly got a lot of cast aluminium in it. But that will be a good thing if that works, rather than using the kitchen scales to weigh up when I'm taking brass and copper and stuff to the scrap metal yard. And maybe even weighing myself. What else did we get? Yeah, just a microwave oven, which is disgusting on the outside. It's dirty and greasy on the outside, but pull that down, get the usual bits of copper and little bits and pieces out of it. and then use it as a garbage, although I'm starting to overflow with microwaves at the moment. Found this fan out of what I'm assuming is an air conditioning system, like a big central air conditioning system, and that fan there is a ripper. It weighs about 7 or 8 kilos, so what have we said they are? $1 a kilo, something like that. So there's $7 or $8 there, and a reasonably quick pull apart, and a little bit of copper wire, so that's okay. Coming over here, well, for one thing, I found these 2 totes, so that's good, because some of the totes that I've got in there are getting really banged up and cracked and falling to bits, so a bit of a swap out there. And as you can see, we've got a stack of copper wire of various grades, and some of it's just low-grade copper wire off appliances, but I did find one place where they've obviously been doing some type of upgrade to their circuit board, and yeah, we've got stuff like that which isn't great. Other stuff like this, which is kind of marginal in terms of whether to strip it or not. But there was some heavy stuff which I've already started to strip, and but I didn't have a really sharp knife, so I kind of gave up after a while. But as you can see, there's some good bits there, and look at this. So that there, let's see if I can get my little finger to, that there, and there's my finger. So, and not the root finger either. So that's a good 10mm across. So some nice stripping wire there, made a bit of bare bright, and there's some more on the ground there that I've got to strip out. Just as I was transferring it out of the boot and into the tote there, I just put them aside because I knew they would strip up well. Not as good as the other, but they are a good, I don't know, 4mm across, I guess. Not quite a quarter of an inch, but 4mm, 3 or 4mm. Lovely little chunk just there, but look, you know, not enough length, and don't we hear that all the time? So yeah, so that was 2 hours out and about on the weekend, and a lot of it wasn't driving around the car. I was on the scooter and just scootering about and filling up a plastic bag and then going back to the car again. But that was pretty good, and now I've got some sorting out to do because I intend to go to the scrapyard at the end of this week. So anyway, that's the incoming. Hope you liked it. Catch you later. Thanks for watching. Bye.